Andrew carefully helped his 6-year-old son, Junior, into his school uniform, making sure every detail was perfect. Once finished, he guided Junior to the dining table. "Go sit in your favorite spot and I'll bring your breakfast," Andrew said with a warm smile. Junior eagerly obeyed, racing to the dining room while Andrew headed to the kitchen. Moments later, Andrew returned with a tray bearing sliced bread and a steaming cup of tea. "Here's your meal, son," Andrew said, setting the tray before Junior. "Thanks, Dad," Junior replied, his eyes shining with excitement as he dug into his breakfast. Andrew's gaze lingered on Junior's smiling face as he eats his breakfast, prepared for another day to play the role of both father and mother. The ache within him stirred, a constant reminder of the void left by his wife, Sarah. 6 months ago, Andrew's world crumbled when he lost his job due to company restructuring. The financial strain weighed heavily on their family, and Sarah's worries turned to frustration. She grew distant, then critical, and eventually she left. "I need time to think," Sarah had said, her voice laced with desperation. "I didn't sign up for this." Andrew's pleas to work through their struggles together fell on deaf ears. She walked out, leaving him with Junior and a shattered heart. The days blurred into weeks and weeks into months. Andrew struggled to find new employment, facing rejection and disappointment at every turn. Junior became his anchor, his reason to keep going. Though the weight of his responsibilities threatened to overwhelm him, Andrew's love for his son kept him moving forward. Andrew glanced at the clock, his expression turning urgent. 7:25 already. Try to be a little faster so you won't run late, okay?" "Okay, Dad," Junior said, chewing quickly. Finishing his breakfast, he pushed his chair back. "Time to go, kiddo," Andrew said, helping Junior gather his belongings. With a final check of the clock, they headed out the door, ready to face the day ahead. As they arrived at the school compound, the gate swung open. Andrew and Junior dismounted and walked in. The students were lined up on the assembly ground, with the headmistress standing nearby. "Good morning, ma'am," Andrew said. "Good morning, Mr. Andrew and my little boy," the headmistress replied. "You're late again." "I'm sorry, ma'am. It's my fault," Andrew admitted. "It's okay. Just take him to the assembly. See me before you leave," the headmistress instructed. Andrew and Junior walked toward the assembly ground. "Hey boy, be good today, okay?" Andrew whispered, squatting beside Junior. "I'll pick you up after school." "Okay, Dad," Junior replied. "I love you," Andrew said. "I love you too," Junior exclaimed, giving his dad a high five before running off to join his classmates. Andrew headed to meet the headmistress. "Ma'am, you wanted to see me?" Andrew asked. "Yes, Mr. Andrew. It's about Junior's school fees you promised to pay by last Friday and today's Wednesday," the headmistress reminded. "I know, ma'am. The money I expected didn't come through. Please give me till the end of this week," Andrew requested. "I'm sorry, Mr. Andrew, but if you don't pay by closing hours today, don't bring Junior tomorrow. The director's orders," the headmistress said firmly. Andrew's face fell. "Wow, I understand. We've tried to be patient," the headmistress added. "Yes, and I'm grateful. Thank you, ma'am. I'll see what I can do before the day ends," Andrew said. "Please try. I don't want this to affect Junior, but my hands are tied," the headmistress emphasized. "I understand, ma'am. Have a great day." Andrew left, his mind racing with worry. Thompson, wearing a house robe, heard a knock on the door. "Who is it?" Thompson asked. "It's me, Andrew," a voice replied from the other side. Thompson opened the door and Andrew entered, shaking his hand. "Wow, you're fast. Didn't take 10 minutes, Thompson said. "I came from my boy's school," Andrew explained. "No wonder I thought you were still at home when you called." "Welcome," Thompson said. Andrew fell onto the sofa. "Thanks, man," Andrew said. Thompson got up to retrieve his phone from the room. Thompson returned within a minute. "Drew, my friend, what's up? How's life treating you?" Thompson asked. "It's tough, bro," Andrew replied. "I know. How's Junior and your estranged wife?" Thompson inquired. "Junior's good. As for her, I don't know or care where she is," Andrew said. Thompson sympathized. Andrew continued. Any woman who leaves her husband because he lost his job isn't worth it. She married me for my money. Thompson nodded. Andrew advised, unmarried guys, beware. Choose wisely. Thompson laughs. Thompson rushed to the kitchen. Chia, my spaghetti, Thompson shouted. Thompson returned with 2 plates of spaghetti. Food's ready, Thompson announced. As they enjoyed their meal, Andrew's expression turned serious. You know, Junior's headmaster said I need to pay his school fees or they won't let him attend tomorrow. Thompson's eyes widened. Wow, that's tough. Andrew hesitated before asking, Can you help me out with some money? Thompson inquired, How much do you need? About 180,000 naira, Andrew replied. Thompson's face fell, regretting his recent rent payment. If only you'd asked earlier. But hold on. He swiftly exited to the lobby and returned within 2 minutes, handing Andrew a bundle of cash. Here's 50,000 naira, all I can afford right now. Andrew thanked him sincerely. Thanks, man. This will go a long way. Thompson smiled. Welcome, bro. You'd do the same for me. Junior and Brown sat outside waiting for their parents to pick them up. My mom is really late today. She should have been here by now, Brown said. Junior shrugged. My dad is always late. Brown laughed. I guess we'll be here for a while. Andrew crashed onto the sofa, exhaustion taking over. Thompson gently tapped him on the shoulder. Wake up, man. It's past 2. You need to pick up Junior from school. Andrew jolted upright, rubbing his eyes. Shit. Thanks for reminding me. He quickly stood up and rushed towards the exit door. I've got to go now, Andrew said, already halfway out. I'll call you later. As they waited, Brown asked, What do you usually do after school? Junior thought for a moment. I eat. Brown chuckled. Of course you eat. I meant after eating. Junior grinned. I play games. Brown grinned. Cool. My birthday's on Friday. Mom said the party's on Saturday. Junior's eyes widened. Wow, can I come? Brown smiled. I'll ask Mom. Just then, a sleek black SUV pulled into the school compound. Brown stood up. My mom's here. Bye. See you tomorrow. Junior waved goodbye as Brown ran to his mom. She hugged him tightly. Sorry I'm late, baby, Brown's mom apologized. Andrew pulled into the school premises and Junior's face lit up. He sprinted towards his dad. Sorry I'm late, buddy, Andrew said, ruffling Junior's hair. I fell asleep. Junior giggled. It's okay, Dad. Let's go. I'm hungry. As they walked towards the exit, Andrew spotted the headmistress standing nearby. Have you sorted out Junior's school fees? The headmistress asked, his expression stern. Andrew shook his head, feeling a pang of guilt. The headmistress's shoulders rose in a helpless shrug. My hands are tied, she implied, indicating no exception could be made. Andrew nodded understandingly, aware of the overdue fees. He quickened his pace, Junior trotting alongside. I'll figure something out soon, Andrew whispered to himself. Junior rushed out of his room, worried he was late for school. Daddy, you didn't wake me up. Why? Andrew looked up from the couch, apologetic. I'm sorry, buddy. You're not going to school today. Junior's curiosity surged. Why? What happened? Andrew took a deep breath. To be honest, I haven't paid your school fees. The headmistress called me yesterday and said if I didn't pay, you couldn't attend school. But don't worry, I'll pay up before the weekends, okay? Junior nodded understandingly. Okay, Dad. Andrew's expression turned regretful. I'm sorry for putting you through this, Junior. I know it's not easy. Junior's small voice reassured him. It's okay, Dad, I understand. Brown sat alone outside his classroom waiting for his mum. 5 minutes passed and then her car pulled into the school compound. Brown stood up, walking towards her as she stepped out. Hey, son, she said, taking his bags and opening the back door. As they drove home, Brown's mom glanced in the rear-view mirror. Her usually cheerful son looked quiet and moody. Hey, son, what's wrong? She asked, concern etched on her face. Are you hungry? Brown shook his head. No, Mom. His mom tried again. Do you feel sick? No, Mom, Brown replied softly. What's bothering you then? She pressed. Brown sighed. Junior, my friend, didn't come to school today. I don't know why. It was boring without him. Brown's mom sympathized. Sorry, son. I'm sure he'll be back tomorrow. I hope so, Mom, Brown said, his voice still tinged with disappointment. The car continued on its way home. 2 days later, Brown's mom walked into the headmistress's office. Ah, Mummy Brown, welcome. Please have a seat, the headmistress said with a warm smile. Brown's mom sat down, her expression concerned. Thank you, Mom. I'm here to ask about Junior, a friend of my son's. He hasn't been coming to school for 2 days and it's affecting my boy. He's been bored and unhappy. The headmistress nodded sympathetically. Junior's parents haven't paid his tuition fees, so I asked him to stay home. Brown's mom's face fell. That's tough. Some people are really struggling. The headmistress leaned in, her voice low. Yes, Junior's father lost his job and his mother left. It's been difficult for them. Without hesitation, Brown's mom pulled out her checkbook and wrote a check. She tore out the slip and handed it to the headmistress. Please take this. It's payment for Junior's school fees. Contact his parents so he can return to school. The headmistress's eyes widened in gratitude. This is incredibly kind of you. God bless you. Brown's mom stood up to leave. I have to go now. The headmistress shook her hand firmly. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day, Mom. As Brown's mom left, the headmistress picked up her phone to call Junior's parents with the good news. Andrew and Junior sat at the table, engrossed in their chess game. I'm impressed, Junior, Andrew said. You've improved significantly in just 2 days. Thanks, Dad, Junior replied, beaming. Andrew smiled. Keep this up, and you'll be challenging me soon. Just then his phone rang. Andrew answered, listening intently. Yes, this is Mr. Andrew speaking. Why? But I haven't paid. Oh, really? By who? Okay, I'll bring him tomorrow. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Andrew hung up, a stunned expression on his face. Junior's curiosity was piqued. What happened, Dad? Andrew's face broke into a wide smile. Someone paid your school fees, and the headmistress wants me to bring you to school tomorrow. Junior's eyes widened in excitement. Wow, that's amazing. I'm going back to school. Andrew shared his son's enthusiasm. This is a miracle. Junior's mind raced. Did she say who paid? Andrew shook his head. No, son. She said she'll tell me tomorrow. Junior grinned, already envisioning his return to school. Closing time approached, and Andrew, Junior, and Brown sat together, waiting for Brown's mom. Andrew asked, How was school today? Junior replied, It was fine. Brown grinned. More than fine. My friend's back. Andrew smiled. And what about the schoolwork you missed? Junior nodded. My teacher gave me some books to copy over the weekend. She said you should help me, Dad. Andrew agreed. No problem. Brown's mom arrived and Brown rushed to greet her. Andrew and Junior followed. Sorry I'm late, sweetie, Brown's mom said, hugging her son. Traffic was terrible. Brown excitedly shared. Guess what, Mom? My friend came to school today. Andrew and Junior approached, and Brown's mom exchanged greetings. Meet my friend Junior and his dad, Mr. Andrew, Brown said. Brown's mom smiled, shaking Andrew's hand. Good to meet you, Mr. Andrew. Andrew expressed gratitude. Thank you for what you did for my son. May God reward you greatly. Junior curiously asked, What did she do, Dad? Andrew revealed, She paid your school fees, son. Junior thanked Brown's mom, who smiled. Brown asked, Mom, what did you do? Brown's mom smiled. I was going to tell you today. Brown thanked his mom, and she invited Andrew and Junior to Brown's birthday party. I'd love to invite you and your son to Brown's birthday party this Sunday at my house, she said, writing down the address. Andrew accepted. We'll be there. Brown's birthday party was in full swing, with colourful decorations and a big cake adorned with candles. Guests, including Andrew and Junior, sang Happy Birthday as Brown's mom welcomed everyone. Thank you, and now Brown will cut the cake, she announced. Brown grasped the knife, then turned to Junior. Come join me. Junior's eyes lit up as Brown handed him the knife. Andrew counted down, 1, 2, 3, and the boys cut the cake together, sparking applause. Outside, Andrew and Brown's mom sat at a table watching the boys play. "Thanks for staying," Brown's mom said. "They're adorable together." Andrew smiled. "Like siblings." Brown's mom sympathized. "I heard about your job loss." "Downsizing, right?" Andrew nodded. "Yeah, unlucky me." Brown's mom offered. "My friend mentioned openings at their firm. I'll send you the link." Andrew appreciated her kindness. "Thank you." Brown's mom inquired, "And Junior's mom?" Andrew sighed. "She left a few months after I lost my job." Andrew asked, "And Brown's father? Are you two still together?" Brown's mom shook her head. "No, we're still legally married, but he's remarried to a white lady. As far as I'm concerned, we're done." Andrew sympathized. "Sorry to hear that." Brown's mom smiled wistfully. "We've both tasted the betrayal of loved ones." Andrew glanced at his watch. "Time for us to leave." Brown's mom stood up. "Wait, let me get some things for Junior." As she went inside, Andrew called out to Junior. "Hey, little man, time to go." Junior pleaded, "Dad, can we stay a bit longer?" Andrew chuckled. "No, start saying your goodbyes." Brown grinned. "We'll see each other in school next week." Junior stood up and Brown's mom returned with a black polythene bag filled with goodies. "Didn't take long, did I?" she asked. Andrew took the bag, grateful. "Thank you for your kindness to Junior and me." Junior echoed, "Thank you, ma'am." Brown's mom smiled. "Welcome, sweetie. Brown, say bye to Junior." "Bye, Junior," Brown said. "Bye, B," Junior replied. Brown's mom turned to Andrew Sr. "Take care, Mr. Andrew." "I will," Andrew replied. "Don't forget, I'll text you the job link as soon as my friend sends it," Brown's mom reminded. Andrew thanked her again. "May God reward your kindness," Brown's mom smiled. "Amen." Mr. Andrew and Junior entered the compound, and to their surprise, Junior's mom was waiting outside. Junior sprinted towards her, and she swept him into a warm hug. "I've missed you so much, my child." Andrew's expression darkened. "What are you doing here?" "I'm here for my son," she replied calmly. Andrew scoffed. "You can't be serious." Junior's mom stood firm. "I'm not joking." Andrew Sr.'s anger grew. "That's not going to happen." Junior's mom pulled out a paper from her bag and handed it to Andrew. He read it, his face reddening. "Custody rights? You're taking me to court?" Andrew thundered. Junior's mom stood tall. "I've thought this through. You have a week to respond." Andrew seethed. "You think you can take my son from me? I'd rather die." Junior's mom remained composed. "You can't afford a lawyer, Andrew. It's futile." Andrew's fury boiled over. "Get out of my house, now!" Junior's mom turned to her son, her voice soft. "Don't worry, little one, you'll be with me soon." Junior shook his head silently. Andrew growled, "Just leave." Andrew sat on the couch worried. His friend Thompson asked, "What's wrong?" "She wants to take Junior away from me," Andrew said. Thompson's eyes widened. "Your estranged wife?" Andrew nodded. "She's taking me to court for custody rights." Thompson offered, "I'll call a lawyer friend to help." Andrew thanked him, feeling relieved. He handed Thompson an envelope. "Here's the 50,000 naira you lent me." Thompson pushed it back. "You didn't have to pay me back." Andrew insisted, "I want to pay my debts." Thompson smiled. "Keep it, man. You need it more." Andrew stood up. "I've got to pick Junior up from school and prepare for an interview on Saturday." Thompson's eyes sparkled. "An interview? Who set it up?" Andrew smiled. "A new friend." Thompson rose, intrigued. "A new friend? We've got lots to discuss. Let me drive you." Andrew agreed. "Thanks, bro." Brown's mom stepped out of her house wearing shorts and a singlet. She walked down to the gate and opened it, welcoming Andrew and Junior with a warm smile. "Welcome, dear," she said, hugging Andrew. Andrew thanked her, and Junior chimed in. "Good morning, Ma." Brown's mom asked Junior, How are you doing this morning, son? Junior grinned. I'm fine, thanks. Brown's mom smiled. Good. Go inside. Brown's watching TV in the living room. I'll join you soon, okay? Junior nodded and ran towards the house. Brown's mom watched him go, then turned to Andrew. I need to get going, Andrew said. Brown's mom asked, Are you prepared for the interview? Andrew nodded confidently. I've been waiting for this. I won't let you down. Brown's mom smiled. I trust you. Good luck, dear. Andrew expressed gratitude. Thanks for everything. You've been a huge help these past couple of weeks. Brown's mom waved it off. Anytime, Andrew. See you when you get back. Andrew bid her farewell and exited the compound. Brown's mom shut the gate and headed back inside. Andrew walked into the living room where Junior screamed, Daddy! And ran to hug him. Brown's mom welcomed Andrew with a smile. How did it go? She asked. Andrew beamed. It went great, thanks to God and you. Brown's mom smiled. You must be hungry. Go sit down. I'll get you something to eat. Andrew thanked her and joined the kids in the living room. Hey, little guys, how's it going? Brown replied, Not much, sir. We've been glued to the TV since morning, Junior added. We only took a break for brunch. Andrew chuckled. Okay, well, I'll go fill my belly. Brown's mom returned with a tray of rice, stew, and juice. Here you go. Andrew prayed and dug in. After finishing, he joined the others in the living room. Brown's mom asked, Enjoy your meal? Andrew nodded. Absolutely. Junior teased. Dad's sack is filled. Andrew playfully scolded. Shut up, boy. Brown's mom laughed. You two are fun to be with. After the kids left to play video games, Brown's mom turned serious. Junior's mom came visiting, wanting to take him away. Why didn't you tell me? Andrew apologized. I didn't want to bother you with my problems. Brown's mom asked, Are you going to let her take him? Andrew firmly replied, No. I know what Junior means to me and my son. Our friendship started because of them. I won't let that go. My friend is helping get a lawyer to handle it. You should have told me. I'll handle it. Call your friend and tell him to back down. Andrew hesitated, but Brown's mom reassured, Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Andrew handed her the court papers. She read them, smiled. What's making you smile? Andrew asked. Brown's mom replied, Never mind, dear, just make sure you appear in court on that day. Andrew and Brown's mom emerged from the courtroom, both smiling. Wow, you are amazing in there, Andrew said, gratitude engraved on his face. Thank you so much. Brown's mom smiled, handing files and car keys to her personal assistant. Take these, please. Wait for me in the car. As the assistant walked away, Andrew continued, I had no idea you were a lawyer and a good one at that. Brown's mom chuckled. You didn't ask. Andrew shook his head. My mistake. I don't know what to say. Thank you for everything. You're an incredible person. Just then, Andrew's estranged wife interrupted, her voice venomous. You may have won this case, but I'll stop at nothing to get my son back. Brown's mom stepped forward, her expression stern. Watch your words. They can be used against you in court. Andrew's estranged wife snapped. I wasn't talking to you. Shut up. Andrew intervened. Don't disrespect my lawyer. The estranged wife sneered, but Andrew cut her off. What's wrong with you? Are you out of your mind? Brown's mom intervened. Let's go, Andrew. As they walked away, Andrew's estranged wife shouted, Don't think you've won. I'll never let my son suffer with a jobless man. Andrew countered, You abandoned Junior for months. What kind of mother does that? Respect the judge's decision. You can see Junior, but you won't take him. Inside the moving car, silence filled the air until Andrew spoke up. I'm sorry about the way she spoke to you. I'm really sorry, Andrew said, his voice laced with regret. Brown's mom waved her hand dismissively. Don't worry, it's okay. When you're in this line of work, you hear a lot worse. Andrew's eyebrows rose in surprise. Really? Brown's mom nodded, her expression unfazed. Andrew and Junior sat opposite each other at the dining table. Junior was eating his breakfast while his father scrolled through his phone. Junior looked up at his dad. Dad, you haven't told me about the court case with Mom. Andrew put down his phone and looked at Junior. I was going to tell you on the way to school, but since you asked, I'll tell you now. Junior stopped eating, his eyes wide with anticipation. Okay, Dad, I'm listening. Andrew smiled. I won the case, son. Your mom can't take you away. You're staying with me. Junior's face lit up with excitement. Yes, I'm so happy, Dad. Andrew chuckled. You should be, son. And guess what? Brown's mom was the lawyer who handled the case. Junior's eyes widened in surprise. She's a lawyer? Andrew nodded. Yes, son. I was surprised too. Junior grinned. Wow, my best friend's mom is a lawyer. That's great. Just then, Andrew's phone beeped. He checked it, and his face broke into a wide smile. What? Junior asked, noticing his dad's excitement. Andrew exclaimed, Son, your dad just got another job. Junior's eyes sparkled. What? He jumped up from his seat, ran to his dad, and Andrew lifted him up, spinning him around. I have a job now, Andrew shouted, beaming with joy. He put Junior down and said, Wait, let me text Brown's mum. He sent her a text about the good news, and she texted back saying congratulations. Go finish your food and then we'll go to school, Andrew said. But Junior was too excited. Dad, forget about the food. I don't want to eat. Wow. Andrew laughed. All right, go get your bag and lunchbox. Let's go.